Hey guys, it's your boy New Year here, back again with another video. First of all, I want to start off this thanking you guys for the views already, which I'm so surprised, and it's just amazing, especially since this is my first with a video. But we're gonna get right into it. So, part two of what if Deku had Zatch Bell's abilities. So Deku, where we left off is Deku passed, of course. He passed with flying colors, and it's his first day of going to UA, and he's walking into class, and everybody is just staring at him. And because he scored number one, and some people have actually seen his abilities, and they're just kind of in awe and kind of cautious, except for Bakugo, because he already knows Deku and everything. He knows what he's capable of, and he's really not surprised. He's a little annoyed though, because he wanted the top score, but in his head he's just thinking, "Oh, next time I'll beat you, Deku." Just something like that. And when he walks in the classroom, he sees everybody's looking at him like this, and he's just a little, cautious, just because it's just like, why is everybody just looking at me? Until somebody taps him on the shoulder. He turns around, he sees this Uraraka, and Uraraka says, "Hey Deku, so good to see you again. I'm so happy we get to be in the same class." And Deku just like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm so happy we can be in the same class too. I hope we can be really good friends." And it's actually one thing I actually do want to change in this story. With Kaminari, I'm actually going to make him a girl. And the only reason I say that is because I just want to see what would actually happen if you put two people who have electric abilities together. So just for future reference, that's kind of the plan. I just want to see those two be together, and I'm gonna change his name because his first name is Deniki, I think, and I think I'm going to change his name to Denny. It's on the fly, guys. If you come up with another name for him/her, just let me know. So, anyway, back to the story. Um, Aizawa, walks into the classroom, and of course he says, "If you're here to fraternize, then you should leave the classroom because you're here to be heroes, not to be friends." So everybody sits down, and then Aizawa says that, "All right, class, first, this is your first day. We're gonna go ahead and go to the training ground." And of course, Momo is just like, "Shouldn't we go to the I actually forgot the name to it. The I don't know. I actually have no idea. I actually forgot the name to it, but where all of the other class is meeting, and he says no because um that doesn't prove anything. We need to. I need to see your results and your capability of being a hero. So all the class go outside. Everybody gets dressed and everything like that, and they start off. Aizawa wants them to start off with the ball throw, and he asks Bakugo to throw the ball, and of course, he gets around 750. I can't remember how much he actually got in the anime. But that was a pretty decent throw, and so forth goes on other exams. But before they start, as I always says, if anybody is in last place in this exam, doesn't matter who you are, you will be expelled and sent home. And everybody at this point is just shocked, and it puts everybody on edge. And they're saying, "You can't do that. You're just a homeroom teacher. You can expel us. We made it into UA." Aizawa says coolly, "I can do whatever I want." And everybody's just standing there, just like, I can get expelled? And especially Deku, at this point, he's just like, he's not really worried about it because he ended up getting the number one score. He's kind of cocky right now, just because he's still a humble person, but he's kind of cocky in the sense that, he's going to pass this test. He's not worried, but he's still going to give his all no matter what. So all the other tests come. He first comes the long jump test, and Deku just flies basically. Like he just fly. He just does a quick jump. So he turns on his lightning ability covered on, and he does a jump. And remember, once he covers himself and boosts himself, he just is able to do so much more. So he beats that. Next is the running exam, which of course Deku just passes this with ease. He gets to the finish line in like 0.0001 seconds because of his lightning speed. In the strength test, I will say he got second place. I would say because Shoji would have been physically more stronger, and Deku would have got second place in that one right there. He didn't lose any of his lightning abilities. He just used his physical strength. And on and on and on through the test. And it finally comes the ball throw test, which is definitely one of the key moments in My Hero Academia. Except this one's going to be a lot different. So everyone goes. And finally it's Deku. He goes ahead, charges up his lightning energy, and he throws the ball. And everybody is just surprised because all they hear is a boom. It's an exact lightning sound it's a lightning. It sounds like a lightning strike. That's all they hear. Boom, and it just flies. He ends up getting over. I will say it ends up going about 5,000 meters longer. And this one, just because he's a lot more powerful than he was in the actual anime. And seeing this, he ends up getting second place in the ball throw because nobody's gonna beat Uraraka in Infinity. It's just not gonna happen. And during this time, All Might actually is watching Deku because he, in his mind right now, he sees him as a potential successor for One for All, and he's really impressed with how he's doing. As for who goes home, I'll say it's Mineta. I'll say it's Mineta. Mineta gets expelled, even though Invisible Girl is just as worthless. I don't like the fact that Mineta is just a creep. I just don't like that. So Mineta goes home, and after this we get to the hero versus villain area, and at this point it's the teams arranged. Deku with Uraraka, and it's Ida versus Ida with Bakugo. Oh, I also forgot to mention Deku's hero suit is I'm really just gonna say he has a kind of honestly don't know how to put this, just because it's just like I'm stuck between two choices. I want to give him a full-on suit that doesn't burn up due to his lightning abilities. It's not going to tear apart. So like a full-on suit, and when I say this, kind of think of it like if anybody knows One Punch Man, and you know that lightning hero, it's kind of this. Think of it the same thing as that. He's dressed in that type of manner right there. So okay, the hero versus villain starts, and Deku immediately knows that Bakugo is going to be gunning for him because they've been rivals for so long, and they've never passed up a chance for a good fight. So Bakugo explodes his way into where Deku and Uraraka are. Of course, Deku expects this, and he already planned this with Uraraka, and she is already headed to where the bomb is with Ida. So Bakugo just like, you beat me in the practical exam, but I won't lose this time. And during this time, Bakugo explodes in his face, and Deku just knows this is going to happen, and he comes and he dashes right behind Bakugo with lightning speed, and he literally just chops him in the back of the neck with it. With his lightning coursing through him, he's a lot more powerful. Chops him in the back of the neck, and Bakugo faints. He's really gonna be upset about this. And then Deku dashes off, and he's way faster than Ida. He's so much faster than Ida, and he just dashes in, and Ida is so distracted by Deku, who is just dashing around in front of him. He doesn't notice that Uraraka already is at the bomb, and she touches the bomb, and they win. Afterwards, Deku wakes Bakugo up, pours some water on him, and Bakugo just like, I can't believe you just beat me one shot. Supposed to be a real fight. Just like, and Deku's just like, don't worry, I got you next time. This battle was not about me physically beating you. And Bakugo just like, whatever. So now we move into the USJ arc, and everybody is just when they see the USJ, they see how it is. They're just like, oh wow, we're gonna really get more powerful being here, and they meet. Well, I just really can't remember her name. She wasn't really that. Well, he wasn't really that very. The dark hole hero. I honestly forget his name because he was only seen like once. But we go into this arc, and the villains pop out of the dark portal, and Aizawa sees this, and he's immediately telling the other hero, you have to get the kids out of here. But it's too late by this time. All the kids are teleported into different areas of the USJ, and Deku is with Froppy. And I'm going to say he's with Denny. I'm going to say he's with Denny in this one. And they're surrounded by heroes at the shipwreck yard, and Deku is not, he's not really worried at all, because he's Deku. He's going through way more training than these guys, so he goes ahead and sees this, and he is dashing in front of all of them and just punching them all so hard, they just end up being knocked out. And then he and Froppy and Denny out of there. Denny is so, awestruck by this, because she's wondering how he's able to control his lightning abilities without shorting himself out as far as in the brain, because every time she uses her abilities, she ends up just shorting herself out, and she's completely useless after this. But she's not really going to say that to Deku at this moment, because this is a crisis emergency. So Deku gets Froppy and Denny to safety. Then he shoots back over to where Aizawa is, and Aizawa is yelling at Deku, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. But Deku is just not gonna have that, and he shoots past, and it's just knocking out every hero. So it's Deku and Aizawa, and they're just crushing every every villain. It doesn't matter who they are. He's just crushing every villain. Shigaraki sees this and he's getting, he starts scratching his neck and he's just so frustrated, and it's just like, then he charges in with the Nomu and tries to stop Deku and Aizawa. Immediately, the Nomu is the one that gets to Deku. That's the one. He immediately goes to Deku, and Shigaraki goes straight for Aizawa. Aizawa still gets his elbow damage in this because he didn't know his quirk at the time, and Aizawa wasn't using his quirk at that very moment. And then, but the battle with Deku and the Nomu is not going in Deku's favor at all. He's way fast. He's faster than the Nomu, yes, but he doesn't have the power to back it up. And he's just getting beaten by the Nomu, but Deku is just not giving up until the Nomu grabs Deku by the head finally, because he wasn't really able to catch him like that. But he grabs Deku by the head and slams him into the ground. And Deku right now is just unconscious. Shigaraki says, finish him. Nomu's about to go for the kill. And then All Might jumps right in. And he's pissed. He's really pissed off. And he punches the Nomu, and the Nomu backs up. And then he says, I am here. So now it's a battle between All Might and Nomu, and it goes pretty much the same, except the Nomu is hitting All Might in the worst area, in his weak area, so many multiple times that he's actually weighing down way more than he was during the actual battle. Deku wakes up during this time. He's a little groggy and he shakes his head. And he's like, what happened? He wakes up and he's seeing All Might getting beaten by the Nomu. Seeing this, Deku is just getting so pissed off, and he's putting out even more energy than before. And then the energy is just showing visibly. And then Deku, All Might and the Nobu just stop fighting because they see this. He's putting out so much energy, and then it forms into a dragon. And for those who remember this, in Zatch Bell, that was called the Bao Zekegura. And that was Zatch Bell's most powerful spell. And Deku is just, his eyes go white. He's just surging with electricity, and he sends the Bao to the Nomu, and sends the Nomu flying. Like, the Nomu is just flying. And then Deku passes out. All Might at this point is at his limit, and he tells the Shigaraki and the portal villain to stop and lay down. Shigaraki's he's just scratching his neck. He's so upset right now, and he notices that All Might just keeps grabbing his weak spot because he knows he's injured, and he charges at All Might. But the other heroes show up. Ida actually grab the other heroes, and then Shigaraki and the portal villain get out of there. Alright guys, this will be the end of this part 2. I hope you guys really like it. Coming up with everything on the fly here, and I would definitely put a lot more effort into it. I hope you guys really did like it. So, if like always, New Year out.